This woman had been bullying her best friend for 10 long years, but this time she really got herself into trouble. Her cruel act was caught not only by the chairman and her husband, but also offended the company's biggest sponsor. Mr. Yamada saw his benefactor being mistreated, and was furious beyond words. He shouted at her asking who she thought she was, and what right she had to strike Miss Rose. He was so angry he could barely contain himself, but that wasn't the end of it. He then turned on the chairman and the others, scolding them harshly. Under Yamada's anger, none of them dared to even breathe too loudly. All they could do was hang their heads. Seeing his benefactor treated this way, Yamada lost his patience completely. He cancelled the multi-billion contract to be signed that day, and withdrew all previous projects. The scheming woman's legs went weak, but that was only the beginning of her nightmare, because the chairman was completely enraged, and even her husband's eyes turned red with anger. What Myling didn't know was that her downfall had come so quickly, because all of this was a revenge plan by Inshur for her daughter. She deliberately sent the video of Myling hitting Rose to Mr. Yamada. When he saw his benefactor being treated that way, his anger exploded instantly. The chairman was equally furious. Because of one person, the company was now on the brink of collapse. Looking at his foolish daughter-in-law, he was so angry he wished he could throw something at her, but held himself back. Terrified, Myling quickly said she would make things right, but then, she heard the only way to fix the situation was to go beg Rose for forgiveness. She looked unwillingly toward her husband, but Wonha showed no sympathy, and told her to go immediately. Myling was clearly unwilling. After all, she was used to bullying Rose, but now she had caused a company crisis, and the chairman had had enough. Seeing her still standing there, he shouted at her to hurry up and apologize. Now not only the chairman, but the whole family was furious with her. The chairman gave her a final warning. If she couldn't fix the damage, she would be removed from her position. Everyone thought Myling would finally calm down, but she remained as arrogant as ever, showing not a hint of remorse. Instead of apologizing, she shamelessly asked Rose to convince Yamada to continue the partnership, thinking Rose was still the naive friend she once knew. But Rose was speechless at her audacity. Since she showed no sign of regret, Rose told her to face the consequences. Only then did the scheming woman panic, though she felt deeply humiliated. To protect her position in the family, and avoid being demoted, she reluctantly knelt down, and apologized against her will. For the first time in over a decade, Rose finally felt vindicated. But just then, Li Xiang saw her precious daughter kneeling, and rushed over to pull her up, thinking her daughter had been wronged. But when she learned the truth, she still refused to admit her daughter was wrong, saying Myling shouldn't have to apologize. Xiaoyu's mother mocked her for it, and Li Xiang completely lost control, grabbing whatever she could and throwing it in rage. In her outburst, she was incredibly strong, tossing a man several feet away with ease. The whole scene quickly spiraled out of control, and Myling's nightmare was far from over. The chairman suddenly called a family meeting, and surprisingly invited Rose to the house. Everyone was confused about why, until the chairman announced that Myling was being removed from her position as team leader. Everyone was shocked. After all, she was still the daughter-in-law. How could she be dismissed so easily? But that wasn't all. The chairman went on to say that Rose would take over as acting leader. Rose had convinced Mr. Yamada to restore the company's business partnership and save them from huge losses. Though Rose said she wasn't qualified, the decisive chairman had already made up his mind. Because of her promotion, Xiaoyu's family was genuinely happy for her. But trouble soon followed. On her first day as acting leader, Rose was once again targeted by the jealous Myling.